Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Positive Living Center here in beautiful Oakhurst. It's been another fabulous day. It was warm yesterday. I was outside doing things and felt the sun on my back, and it just felt so good. It was perfect. Do we have anybody here for the first time today? Would you raise your hand if you do? Yes, then your name is Laura, right?
Yes, Laura.
And you're from Mariposa. How do I know these things? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Anybody else? First time? Nope, all veterans. Very nice. Well, our theme for 2025 continues to be remembering, and the topic for December is peace. I'll ask our musicians to play a little bit for us, and then we'll go into a quiet meditation. Enjoy that. peace be still. Peace that gives us time to just be and celebrate the season as we connect with God's Spirit. So grateful for this center that is ours to enjoy and gather. We are so blessed this holiday season to have this center, to have each other, and for all that we do. Peace and love. And so it is. Thank you, Cheyenne and Warren. That was beautiful. Very nice. I didn't acknowledge the people in Zoom. Are anybody new up there today? No? Okay. Well, it's time for our spiritual thought. I'm going to invite John LaLonde up for that. Let's give him some love.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Here we are, a new month, a new theme, that being peace. And first thing I want to say is peace is a huge topic. It means so much in so many areas. So there's like a psychological peace where you have an experience of peace of no anxiety or emotional turmoil. There's relational peace where you have harmony in your various relationships. Peace can apply to society too, where there's no civil unrest or conflict, and peace can apply to nations where there actually is no war or conflict, and people are actually cooperating for the well-being of everyone. And lastly, but not least, since we're here on a Sunday morning at a church, there's spiritual peace. And that's where I want to focus, and I think that's where our theme this month probably goes. Because there are a few new people, Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of religious science, defined peace as peace is a state of inner calm, so calm and complete, nothing can disturb it. Inner calm, so calm and complete, nothing can disturb it. This phrase, nothing can disturb it, that's part of that definition, it is also described as in other New Thought authors as inner calm regardless of the circumstances. So regardless of the circumstances is kind of the key that I'm after here in this talk. So it's without regard to that peace within is without regard to the external conditions. I experience that type of calm in meditation and prayer and out in nature and at other times, but it's momentary. It's a glimpse. It's a peace that I know is there that I certainly cherish. But circumstances, to-do lists, worries, those things can jerk me back out of that peace. Those are the external circumstances or other circumstances. So when I am, if the external circumstances have the power to define my feel or dictate the power I feel as far as inner peace, then I will likely not experience the peace that is possible in me. If I let the outside dictate what's happening on the inside, I'm losing something there. I'm not experiencing the peace that is possible for us in this human lifetime. If I link my peace to all nations, all people, all over the world being peaceful, taken care of, and things like that, I will likely be disappointed. And I hate to be negative this morning, but I'm just trying to make the point that as we allow external circumstances to dictate our internal state, we can get ourselves in trouble. I remember thinking when I worked in child abuse, my career with children and families and courts, I recall when I was really young at it, I thought, I will know when I can retire when there is no more child abuse, when it's all been eradicated. And, of course, this was 30 plus years ago probably. I knew I was joking, I knew that was unlikely, but it still was a piece of how the motivation I felt anyway. And, that, certainly can't link externals to how the peace that we feel. Can't link it to those things. So our new thought philosophy tells us that we have control over our thoughts and our internal state, regardless of the external circumstances. And this, for me, is what I think this month of peace is about. Spiritual peace lies within. And I'm aware that when I say spiritual peace lies within, that can sound like apathy. Only caring about yourself, not caring about the outside world. But quite the contrary, when we get ourselves peaceful and we focus on our internal state, we are better at all we're going to do and trying to bring about whatever conditions in the world we want to see. As we shift our focus from reaction to outside events and then focus more on our internal state, recognizing at our core is that divine power, we're in a better position to make changes in the world. It's suggested that as we focus on peace within, that we focus on cultivate understanding, love, and compassion. And our outside, our meditation work and our prayer work is our inside work. And that can return us to the present moment, to being present, and growing the peace that is within us. Some authors in New Thought emphasize that peace is a decision. Peace within is a decision that we can make. It's something that you don't wait for or stumble into or happens. It's a conscious, intentional decision, and it's a practice. Ernest Holmes says you bring yourself to peace, not expect circumstances to bring peace to you. This inner peace involves accepting what you cannot change and surrendering the need to control the externals, as if you could anyway, but they're likely beyond control in most circumstances. So as we cultivate our own inner peace, we grow our ability to approach any challenges with calm, with clarity, with resilience. Growing our peace leads to a clear mind, to being calm, and improved health and well-being and relationships. And as we cultivate that peace in our demeanor, in our actions, that radiates out to others. I often think of being nice and joking or being friendly with a checker at a grocery store. That expression of love and appreciation or gratitude, whatever that is, probably lifts that person, which probably gets transmitted to the next person coming into line. And it just is a simple way of just expressing and growing that peace within, that love of one another. So religious science teaches that our realization of oneness with the power and presence of the divine within brings us peace. And just what a better time of year it is than the holidays to remember the power and the presence of Spirit in our lives and confidently rest in the peace within. And so it is.
Thank you, John. Yes, the peace within. And we do get to pay it forward, don't we? everywhere we go, we can make somebody else's day just by being pleasant, maybe especially in a tough situation. If we can bring that, we bring our own peace back to us too. Yes, great words, Joe. I'll ask our musicians for a song. Cheyenne and Warren are here today. Let's give them some more love, huh?
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. John, I really appreciated your talk. Yesterday I had a deep feeling realization of my inner divinity, and it was so wonderful because earlier in the day I was feeling the opposite of that. I was feeling like socially awkward, I was feeling like I didn't belong, I was feeling strange, I was feeling bad about feeling bad. And then, you know, I just was able to go deep within and have that feeling realization of who we really are. And once we have that, then we can, you know, summon that, like you were saying. So that was just perfect for what I've been meditating on recently. And that's my wish for everyone. My wish for everyone is that we all can really not only know in our mind that we are divine, that we are love, that we are light, but really, really, really know, like in your being, that have a realization of that. That's my wish for everybody. So now we're going to sing a song called Yo Vengo de las Estrellas. I'm going to sing it in English. It's a song by Lennon Cordoba, and I hope you enjoy it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I come from the stars, a walker of dreams I am, upon the path of my ancestors, upon the path I go, and this is how my forward walking goes, upon the path of the sun, upon the path of my beating heart, upon the path of the light. I only want to be with you, Mother Earth. I only want to be with you, Mother Earth. My love, it is your love, my love. The stars, a walker of dreams I am, upon the path of my ancestors, upon the path I go, and this is how my forward walking goes, upon the path of the sun, upon the path of my beating heart, upon the path of the light. I only want to be with you, Mother Earth. I only want to be with you, Mother Earth. My love is your love, by the window.
Beautiful, beautiful, thank you. That inner peace, I keep feeling that this morning. And that's where we get to begin, hopefully, with our day, with an inner peace, so that we start out on the best foot possible for the day, and to spread that forward. It's beautiful. It's time for our main speaker this morning. I want to bring up Reverend Judy DeRosa for that. Good morning, dear.
Good morning.
Thank you for your talk today.
Good morning, everyone. That path you're singing about is the path that we all take. So as an indigenous woman, Cherokee, Blackfoot, a little bit of Pontiac in there, we all have a venue, an avenue, a path, a journey. And as we take that, we learn. And I was fortunate enough to be taken in by an Ojibwe medicine woman. And she was a wonderful teacher. And one of the avenues that is utilized in the indigenous world and in countries all around the world is our path to the sweat lodge. So just with a show of hands, how many people have been in sweats before? So you know. There is a preparation, an understanding that as we purify ourselves emotionally, physically, spiritually, we become closer to our Creator, to the goodness that's always there, to the energy of moving through things that are not peaceful in our lives. I so love John LaLonde's talk this morning because that definition, the defining of peace, is part of our job. How do we allow ourselves to be peaceful? How to bring that energetic in? And so when my teacher said, all right, let's go for our sweat lodge, and the preparation that was involved, whether it's prayer ties, whether it's a cleansing so that you go in to work on other people for a healing lodge, whether it's a men's lodge where the guys like the rocks really hot, or the women's lodge where we like a soft, gentle lodge that allows us to not have to suffer. One of the leaders said, we don't need 35 rocks to make us strong. We don't need to almost pass out in the lodge. What we need is to let go of the conflict that no longer serves us.
Amen, Judy.
And as we let go, we make space within ourselves, within our consciousness. And that space is for our own inner peace. No one can give this to us but ourselves. So as you prepare with me, I'll take you to a lodge. We've made our prayer ties. We have our tobacco for an offering to Mother Earth, to the sky people, to our ancestors, to those that have gone before us. And we bring gifts to our medicine people. We bring things that are of service to them. We bring green energy to buy wood. We bring food for a meal after. We bring our whole self to this exquisite ceremony. As we come to the fire, people are tending the fire. They don't want rocks that have been soaked in water because they can explode. So they have the rocks all ready for us. And they take antlers and use that to move the rocks into the lodge. And the lodge has an opening in the east where new beginnings start. My medicine teacher said, if you're claustrophobic, if you don't like the heat, if you really don't want to be around a lot of people, this is perfect because that's exactly what you're going to face. If you go in first, that means you come out last. If you go in last, that means you have a pretty quick exit if you can't stand the heat. As we bend down towards the earth and crawl into this lodge, our leader is waiting for us. Everyone is next to each other. We're in each other's energy. We are there to shift an old concept that no longer serves us. When the fire rocks are in, the sage and herbs have been thrown onto the rocks and it gets smoky and hot, and the water is poured on and the steam rises. I personally felt that sense of humble and gratitude, that place that I know that you can't go to the gym and do this, that you have a special community, that you can go and sweat and release all those old memories. And the first prayer, that each person can choose to speak out loud, is for people that we know and love. Understanding that everyone goes through a process of meeting our own self in conflict. We have a choice. We can let go. If we don't choose to hook in to the argument, the insult, the disagreement, and we can simply watch the process of how the opponent doesn't know what to do. If you have no one to argue with, the argument is over. That discord, that dis-ease, that discomfort starts to minimize. It goes up in the smoke. It starts to leave us. And it's hot. It's so hot. As each person says their prayer, shares their story, their losses, the energy shifts and changes. It feels thick. It feels like another world. After the first round, the east door is opened, and there is a breath of fresh air that sweeps in. And those that are claustrophobic, can't stand the heat, must leave, are welcome to leave without shame. We only can take what we can take. They're sitting around the lodge, listening to others' prayers. Another load of rocks comes in, placed honorably. There's a glow in the center. We want to scoot down just a little bit closer to the earth because it's cooler. And the next round is the prayer for the world. For all that live on this planet, for all the elements that are being shared with us, for peace in this world, and peace within our hearts. We ask for great leaders to manifest in our world. We ask for kindness and the change of manifestation of our metals into things that help us grow and not take us away. We pray that Mother Earth sits quietly, because we know what she's capable of. We know if she shimmies, we do too. We know that this one precious blue jewel floating in the universe is our home. We respect her. We honor her. We honor each other because we care about each other. We care about our parents and our brothers and sisters. We care about our children. We care about the goodness that people hold in their hearts. And as we understand our journey, that this is the stage that we live our life upon, so that we can understand how powerful we can become if we let go of struggle, if we let go of old rage, old pain, if we let go of the illusion that I'm better than someone else. When we understand we're here equally, men and women and children, living their lives, loving each other, caring deeply. We know that in New Thought, we bring the idea that our thoughts create our reality. That as we think, we live. As we love each other, we bring more love into the world. And as we share all the things that we know, everyone gets to grow. My medicine teacher said, no one owns the sage plant. No one owns the medicine from our plant world. It's there for everyone. Our prayers for others is for everyone. One of my friends said, I never pray for myself because I know I have so many grandmothers praying for me. And as our prayers go out into the world, we understand that we're all connected. And the east flap opens again. And those that can't deal with the heat are released in a sacred way to crawl out and lay on the land. And more rocks are brought in. More herbs are cast upon the stones. The heat gets hotter, and the steam rises and thickens. Our leader, our lodge chief, asks us to pray for ourselves, for the work we can do out in the world, to understand that we are so much more than we have been told. And we are here to remember who we really are, to gather and learn and share and teach that each person you meet is a miracle of what it took for each of us to be here. Were many miracles. That your uniqueness is a gift to this world, to each other, but especially to yourself. Being your best, caring deeply. That is power. As we invent ourselves on this journey, as we enlighten ourselves, as we accept all the opportunities that never end, it's not just one-time deal. It's every moment when we become observant, when we understand our relationship with all that is, when we know we're in unity, then this is our path to peace. We remember, and we forget, and we remember, and we forget. But as we remember, we become stronger. In the lodge, I held my hand in front of my face, and I couldn't see it. It was so dark. It was filled by the great mystery of spirit, by a creator, by divine, by the energies that support you, by your helpers, by your angelics. Your belief system serves you, and it grows. The flap is opened again on the east door, and everyone feels the fresh air, taking a deep breath. We crawl out on our hands and knees. Many just lie there, face down, close to the earth, in gratitude, because we have left something in the fire. All our fear, all our restlessness, all our doubt, And we've come back filled with grace and gratitude and love and peace that can only come from within. We are rich when we make the effort to see that everyone around us is a gift. Oh.
Thank you, Judy. Everything and everybody around us is a gift, isn't it? When we remember to stop and go within to find our peace, it makes our whole day so much more positive. I try to remember that each time every time I pray and go into meditation and listen to God. It's time for our offertory. I'd like to ask two people to come up and help me with that, please. There's two. Good morning, you two.
Thank you.
Let's do our offertory statement together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. Thank you, ushers.
You take mine.
Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hmm? 6 o'clock. So sign in by 5:30.
Thank you.
You know, bring your harmonica. Gotta hear that harmonica. I love it.
Reverend Judy's story reminds me of when I was a teenager. I was working in the oil fields, and we had a big crew of guys that worked with me, and we, of course, got really dirty every day in the heat all day long, and I'd have hair just full of oil in my arms and just stickiness all over me. When we got through, there was a sea train nearby, and the guys go, "Come on." By the way, they called me Johnny, and they couldn't remember Joe, so they just called me Johnny. And I just went with it. I said, "Come on, Johnny, we're going to go over the sea train over here. We're going to get our clothes off and go inside, and we're going to use some goop. We're going to wipe each other down and get this stuff off of us, and then we're going to go have a beer." I said, "Okay." So we got over there, and I walked right over to the side of a truck. It had some portable water over there, so I just washed my hands and face, and I skipped the sea train. So Judy's right. You know, you have to know when you're comfortable or not to do something, and that's it worked out real well for me. And I got to go to some bar. I must look like I was in my 20s. I was having beers. I was 16 at the time. So, but that's not a really good thing to say. I'm a retired police officer. I look better than that. But that was another story. Craziness. For those of you on Zoom, I know you guys know how to tithe using the iFocus email, pressing the green button, or you can mail a check to us here at the PLC. Thank you all for your generosity to keep our church growing strong and strong. It's wonderful. For prayers today, John LaLonde will be available at the end of the service. There's a meditation room in the back, and he'd be glad to go in and have prayer with you if you like. Also have a frog box in the back. You can fill out a prayer request for a friend or a neighbor or a neighborhood or a friend or someone else you care about, or even for yourself. And you can put those in the frog box, and I will collect those and put those out to everybody in our prayer team. Okay? Announcements. LJ, could I ask you to come forward, please? This Wednesday at 6 o'clock, men's group meets right here. We'll also have it on Zoom available to you. I just want you to come up as I give an announcement about next week's service in case I forget something. Do you want to add? Next Sunday is our holiday service special, and it's going to be really, really good. We're going to have a house band here for you.
Thanks to Warren.
Thanks to Warren.
And of course Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
And the rest of them.
And the rest of them. It's going to be great. A lot of fun music. We're going to have a really good time with that. We have several ministers and practitioners who will be giving short talks about the Christmas holiday. I know you're going to enjoy that. It's just going to be a lot of fun for everyone. So I'm hoping that you will all attend for that. Is something else I'm not thinking about for this?
I didn't know I was going to get this job.
What?
I said I didn't know I was going to get this job.
No.
I didn't prepare.
Anything else to add?
No.
No? Okay.
Okay.
Next Sunday. Yes, Judy?
An announcement?
Yes.
Our dear friend, Richard Gillette, has transformed.
Oh my goodness.
He had so much pain in his world, in his life, in his body. And he had gone in for surgery, and now he's sailing his boat with his new body. And he is filled with love and light and peace. Just hold him in your hearts. Thank you.
God bless. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Any other announcements? John?
Next Saturday, December 13th, we will have a Native American style flute circle beginning at 1:30 for beginners, 2 o'clock for all levels, and that'll go till 3:30. We have loners, everyone's welcome. It's a fun event. At 3:30 we end, and we begin to set up for the drum circle that Reverend Judy leads. That goes with ceremony, drumming, camaraderie, love expressed. It's a really wonderful afternoon. Everybody's invited. Please come. Thanks.
Yes, yes. Yes. Yes, Mom.
Okay, so New Year approaches, and with that sour comes a sweet of a cedar coming here on January 3rd. So just another reminder that on January 3rd, we're going to have an Irish music concert.
Irish
2
music
o'clock
concert.
in the afternoon. Here, yep.
What time?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. And what was the date again?
1-3.
1/3, January 3rd. Okay, wonderful. She is such a gifted artist. You'd love to hear her play. Anybody else? Yes, way back. Is that you, Kim?
Yeah.
I can hardly make you up.
We may be changing the time for chanting, but for right now, we're still meeting on Mondays at 2 o'clock right here. To do about an hour and a half of chanting.
Chanting, yes.
Everybody's welcome. You don't have to sing. You don't have to be a great singer. It's just helps you breathe, and we have a lot of fun.
Yes. Thank you. Anyone else? Judy?
We'll be having a Dreams and Visions class beginning in January. And So we have a sign-up sheet up here.
There's a sign-up sheet for that class back there on the table.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, take a look for that too. Regarding the iFocus, which you, all of you who belong with that, you get to know all the information that's going on all the time here at the PLC. If you have not signed up for that and would like to do so, please contact Reverend Luana. She'll get your email from you and she'll put it out to you as well. It's a great way to stay informed about all the things that are going on here at this fabulous center. Okay? Anybody else? So, like I said, next week, holiday program. I hope you make it. Bring friends, bring the kids, bring everyone you want. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, Ken?
Are we supposed to bring, like potluck? Are we supposed to bring other snacks or anything?
I don't think so. I don't think we have anything set for snacks, that type of thing. No.
You can always bring cookies.
Yeah, you can always bring cookies. Nobody's going to walk away from that. Absolutely. Okay? Very good.
Or fudge. I guess everyone's put their request in.
Yeah, see what you started? Let's do our prayer protection, please. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The energy of God is me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Beautiful. Another song from you guys? Your music director has put together some great music for next Sunday. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be great. We got a chance to listen to him play with this fabulous band he's created.
I'm so excited. Debbie Sipes is playing with us, John LaLonde, this amazing bass player named Segal, and we have a drummer, and he's awesome. It's just going to be so fun. This song is a song by Mark Anthony called Voy a Vivir, but we're going to sing it mostly in English. And I changed the words a little bit because the Spanish translation didn't make sense in English sometimes. So yeah, where is it? Here it is. I don't know if I want to do that. What's this? Sometimes it just takes one try to knock a wall down. And so I pray for what if it hurts bad and there's worry. Just trust and suffer. Why? For what if this life is all sacred? There's hope to live in. La la la. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to dance to have some fun, to live my life, oh la 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 la. I'm gonna live in the moment, to understand my soul's calling. I'm going to listen in silence, to show me I'm on the pathway. And so right when it hurts well, and there is worry, I will trust, yeah, and suffer. Why, oh why, if this life is all secret, there's but to live in, la la la. I'm going to laugh, I'm going to dance, to live my life, oh la 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 la. I'm going to laugh, to have some fun, to live my life, oh la 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 la. Voy a bailar, vivir mi vida, la 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 la. Voy a gozar, vivir mi vida, la 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 la. I'm going to laugh, I'm going to dance, to live my life, oh la 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 la. I'm going to laugh, to have some fun, to live my life, oh la 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 la.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you both very much for your music today. Thank you to everyone in service today. Reverend Kim, would you come up and give us a closing prayer, please? And while she's coming up, I want to remind us all, let's go out and spread our feast everywhere we go. Let us be the shining example that we truly are, and make somebody else's day as well.
I like that closing. That's a good closing. I want to hear your closing. That sounded good.
Thank you. I like this system, by the way. Thank you for this system, the sound system. I could hear everything clear as a bell at the back of the room. So I'm really grateful, Lauren. Thank you. And the rest of the PLC that paid for that. That was great. So I would like to go within, take a deep breath, let it all go, and realize that what we've heard here today was for everyone. That we're always thinking about each other in lots of different ways. We think about each other when we do a talk, when we see each other smile. I think about you when I'm not here. And how grateful I am for community like this. So I'd like you to have a wonderful week full of love, joy, and especially peace. And I know that's going to happen, and I thank everybody that was in service today as well. Thank you, and have a great week. We'll see you next week. It's going to be fun.
See y'all.